Emma's dream to be a chef. A long, long time ago, in 1923, there was a young woman named Emma. Emma lived in a small town and had a big dream. She wanted to be a chef. She loved cooking and making food for people. She would watch her mother cook, and soon Emma could make delicious dishes all by herself. Every day, Emma practiced in her tiny kitchen. She made soups, breads, and sweet pies. Her favorite dish to make was a warm, creamy potato soup. She shared her dishes with her family, and they all said, "Emma, you're such a good cook. You should be a chef." But there was one problem. Back then, people thought only men should be chefs. They thought women should cook at home, not in restaurants. Emma was sad, but she didn't let that stop her. She decided, "I will work hard. I will show everyone that I can be a chef too." One day, Emma heard about a big restaurant in the city that was looking for a new chef. It was called the Golden Spoon, and it was the finest restaurant around. Emma was excited. She packed up her recipe book, put on her best dress, and went to the city to ask for the job. When Emma arrived at the Golden Spoon, she saw many men lined up for the chef job. They all wore tall white hats and fancy coats. Emma felt a little nervous, but she took a deep breath and joined the line. Finally, it was Emma's turn. She walked up to the restaurant owner, Mr. Clark. Mr. Clark looked at her and said, "Are you here for the chef job?" "Yes, I am," Emma said with a smile. Mr. Clark laughed and said, "But you're a woman. This job is for a man." Emma felt her face get hot, but she didn't give up. "Please, Mr. Clark," she said. "Just give me one chance. Let me cook something for you. If you don't like it, I'll leave." Mr. Clark thought for a moment and then said, "Fine. You can use the kitchen for one dish. Show me what you can make." Emma was thrilled. She rushed into the kitchen, tied her apron, and got to work. She decided to make her best dish, creamy potato soup. She chopped the potatoes, stirred in the cream, and added a pinch of salt and pepper. The smell of the soup filled the kitchen, and soon, everyone was sniffing the air. When the soup was ready, Emma carefully poured it into a bowl and handed it to Mr. Clark. He took a spoonful, tasted it, and his eyes grew wide. "This is delicious," he said. "It's the best soup I've ever tasted." Emma smiled proudly, but Mr. Clark still looked unsure. "But I don't know if my customers would want a woman chef," he said. Emma felt sad, but she stayed brave. "If you let me cook here, I promise I will work harder than anyone. I will make this restaurant proud." Mr. Clark thought about it and finally nodded. "All right, Emma. I'll give you 1 month. If the customers like your cooking, you can stay." Emma was so happy. She worked hard every day. She woke up early to buy fresh ingredients, cooked all day, and cleaned the kitchen at night. Some of the men in the kitchen did not like her being there, but Emma didn't let that bother her. She just kept working and cooking. At first, some customers didn't want to try Emma's food because she was a woman. But then, one day, a woman customer tried Emma's soup and loved it. She told her friends, and soon more people came just to taste Emma's food. Her potato soup, her apple pies, and her roasted chicken all became very popular. People started asking, who made this delicious food? And Mr. Clark would smile and say, our chef, Emma. Emma's hard work paid off. By the end of the month, the restaurant was busier than ever, and Mr. Clark was very happy. Emma, you have proven that you are a wonderful chef, he said. You are welcome to stay. Emma was proud. She had faced many hardships, but she had shown everyone that women could be chefs too. She continued cooking at the Golden Spoon, creating new dishes and making the customers happy. Over time, other women were inspired by Emma's success. They wanted to become chefs too. And Emma always helped them, sharing her recipes and cheering them on. She knew how hard it could be, and she wanted other women to have a chance too. Years later, Emma became known as one of the best chefs in the city. People traveled from far away just to taste her food. And all because she never gave up on her dream. Even when it was difficult. Emma taught everyone an important lesson: with hard work, courage, and kindness, you can make your dreams come true even when others say you can't.